Street Talking Other Stuff. Mike Mad Dog Magnati. Thanks for tuning in on this Apple Blossom Monday. Hope you're having a great time so far. Apple Blossom Food Fair, the parade, but what I love the best about Apple Blossom is the annual Music Theater of Wenatchee Apple Blossom production. This year, it's going to be a show called Catch Me If You Can, which is interesting because I know a little bit about the story, but never knew before that this musical was picked to be produced this year, that there was a musical about it. But you know what? We're both going to learn about it in this show today because I've got a good show for you today. But look, pay attention. Meet with the characters and the performers I have on today, and then if there's any left, go get your tickets. But hey, Street Talking Other Stuff, you stick around. We will be right back. So.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Celebrate Apple Blossom with a classy chassis parade on Friday, May 2nd at 6 p.m. on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington, Boswell's Home Furnishings, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Watch the Classy Chassis Parade Friday, May 2nd at 6 p.m. on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. Global Car Care has the best customer service in the Valley. From the moment you walk in the door, their goal is to help you stay on the road, so you can keep doing what's important to you. Global Car Care certified ASE mechanics stand behind your automotive repairs.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Okay, Street Talking Other Stuff. Welcome back. Hey, look, this is the 2025 Music Theater Wenatchee Apple Blossom musical, Catch Me If You Can, and I'm very happy to introduce Laura Brown. Laura, hi. Nice to have you. And TJ Grosh. How are you, buddy?
Good, good. Thank you for having us.
Okay, so you guys, all right, the show, it opens this Thursday night, right?
Right.
Okay, so before we start talking about the show, tell us a little bit about yourselves, okay? I'm not going to be misogynist, so I'm not going to be ladies first. I'm going to let TJ go first.
All right. I'm TJ. I moved to Wenatchee maybe 3 to 4 years ago from the Midwest.
All right.
I practice medicine at Confluence, but...
You're a doctor? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
what area?
Family medicine.
Okay,
so,
all right. I've been having these heart palpitations.
You should probably talk to your doctor about that.
No, I'm fine. I'm just kidding. That's cool. No, I didn't know you were an MD. Good for you.
But I grew up in musical theater, loved singing, and so when I moved to Wenatchee in this new community, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to maybe try out and meet some new people and become involved.
So you've done theater before. Mm-hmm. Okay. Tell us a little bit about your past experience.
Did a lot of singing growing up throughout high school and even into college, but then decided after college that medicine was maybe a better career path.
And I can imagine you were probably kind of distracted and busy with other things for a while.
Yeah. So with med school and residency, that kind of took me away from it for a while, but it's been really fun, especially in such a vibrant musical theater community as Wenatchee, to kind of rekindle that passion and get to be a part of some really fun productions with some other really talented people.
That's all right. No, good to have you. Good. It's great. Okay, Laura, how about you? No, you're not a doctor, are you?
I am not. I'm
Okay.
not a doctor. I play a nurse on stage.
Okay, okay. All right,
That's it.
good enough. That's good enough.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in Wenatchee,
Okay.
graduated from Eastmont, go Eastmont. Moved away for college and then came back, but
Where'd you go to college?
Eastern.
All right, man.
Yeah.
What did you major in?
I majored in journalism, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and now I'm a paralegal, so.
Okay. All right. Well, you know,
Yeah.
stuff can apply, and you
Right.
know, just stuff carry. Who are you a paralegal for?
The Chelan County Prosecuting Attorney's Office.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. So how do you like that?
I like it.
You
yeah.
you like being on the right side of the law? So.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, so you're working for, don't tell me his name, Robert Sealby. He's
Yes.
still the prosecutor.
Yes, he is.
Okay, who's the chief deputy prosecutor now?
His name
nowadays?
is Ryan Vallis.
Okay, all right, cool. I was a cop, you know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're like that.
Right.
Okay, so catch me if you can. Just give us a little bit of background about the show, what it's about. Try not to do any, spoiler. If don't ruin it for us. But
Yeah, it's about Frank Abagnale Jr., who was a young kid that wanted some adventure and to escape, and so kind of.
that's one way. That's a nice way to
You
put
could
it.
also call him a fraud, impersonating a pilot, doctor, other things throughout his life, and making money off of it, passing bad checks, and probably hurt a lot of people along the way, but his adventures are certainly entertaining, and when you add music to them, that's pretty much...
Well, that's interesting because, a lot of people are familiar with the movie that the guy Leo was in.
Yeah.
Who's a good actor, but I don't like him. But, I think that's how a lot of people know the story. Okay, so how much of the, what portion of his life is what's presented in the show? And how does music work into it? So this is the thing I'm really intrigued to see. We're coming to see us Saturday night. We have our tickets. Okay, so...
I think you get to see a large portion of the different cons, you could say, that he has had throughout his life. And
what do you mean cons, as you say? They were cons.
They were cons. A lot of the cons.
Come on, the guy's not a hero.
That's true. I have to be somewhat empathetic with him. I'm playing him. But no, yeah. So
okay, so from your perspective, you're the good guy.
Yeah, he's just
Okay, all right.
confused and misunderstood. No, but
He's a kid.
yeah. I think the story is kind of this jet-setting person that's going through, a bunch of different characters in his life.
Emotional puberty.
Emotional puberty. But I think the show, to me, it's almost kind of like an old-time variety show. And so with that, it's kind of setting those different vignettes of the cons that he did and the stages that he went through in these kind of nested scenes.
Okay.
It's almost like you're kind of flipping through different TV shows.
Yeah.
And
You see how he got to where he ended up. Yeah.
Okay, then who do you play? What do you do? What's your part in this?
I play the girl that he falls for,
Oh,
Brenda. Yeah.
really? Okay, does he really fall for her, or is he just,
Well, I guess you'll have to get your tickets to find out.
I do have my tickets. Okay, sorry.
So
Okay,
you'll find out.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Yeah.
So who's your character?
So her name is Brenda Strong.
Okay, and she's a nurse? Mm-hmm. Okay.
She runs into Frank during one of his cons that he runs.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he actually took a job as the administrator of a hospital, something like that? Or am I giving too much away here?
I don't think that's giving too much away. I don't know if it's as an administrator in this, but certainly a supervising physician
Okay,
there.
all right,
And yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Without a medical degree.
Yeah. And so, and no, without any kind of degree, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. Okay, but what field is your nurse working in?
So she works in the emergency department, which is
Okay,
where
all
Frank
right.
finds himself.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what has been something that has been new to you about this show that you've learned, not just about the story, but about theater in general and that type of stuff?
So I've been in 2 prior Apple Blossom productions,
Okay.
but sort of in the ensemble. This is my first time as more of a leading role with more lines to
okay.
memorize, and that was a challenge.
Yeah, all right.
But
And how did you do with that? Are you off book? You would
yes,
doggone good
yes.
well better be off book by
Yes,
now. So,
yes.
all right.
for sure.
So yeah, learning lines, I always say you can't act until you know your lines.
Right.
Okay, and some people don't believe that and they try anyway, so. But are you having a good time?
Having a great time.
Okay,
Yeah.
is this you say you've been in 2 other Apple Blossom shows, but is this the first show at all where you've had kind of a leading role, or?
Yeah.
Okay, and so how do you, besides learning the lines and that type of stuff, how are you doing with the difference in being on stage more? And
It's a little, being a part of an ensemble, you're all doing it together,
Sure.
whereas if you're more of a lead role, you're sink or swim all by yourself, kind
Right.
of. So that has been a challenge, but fun. And then just having a great scene partner in TJ is he's pretty much my only scene partner in a lot of scenes, so that's
Okay,
been
so you're
great.
swimming. All right, not a girl.
Yeah.
All right. So what else okay, well, let's do this. Give information about when the show's going to be, where people can get tickets. We'll come back to that, okay? But let's go ahead and give show information. So
Yeah, so we open this Thursday, and
Right.
we'll have evening performances Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week, and a matinee on Sunday. And then next week we start Wednesday, and then we'll have evening performances running Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, all right. And when can you get tickets?
You can get them now.
Where?
Oh, where? On the PAC website.
Yep, numericapack.org online
okay.
at the box office or down in person. The box
Okay.
office is open.
And you can print them out at home. Okay.
You
So
can.
It works pretty good. So
Yeah.
that's all right. Okay, so what has been interesting for you, TJ?
In this show?
Yeah, I mean, you've done some stuff before. Has there been anything about this one that's been different or more challenging, or? I know that what you're doing is you change your perspective. You think a bad guy is actually a nice guy.
Yeah, so it's definitely clearly flipped my brain around. I would say that this has been a show, because I've done 3 shows before and they've all been really enjoyable in their own ways. This is the show, though, that felt the most like the shows that I was in growing up, where the cast is hanging out, there's this really fun camaraderie, and it's the experience of putting on the show is as much a part of it as the show itself. Not that the show is secondary to it, but it's been a really amazing cast, and Haley, our director, has created a really collegial experience for people to work together.
Okay.
So that's been really fun to
Okay.
re-experience that.
And that is something that's really cool, I mean, having camaraderie with the cast, getting to know new people. Yeah, that is, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And same kind of with Laura, that this is the biggest role I've ever had, and so there
Really?
is something
Okay.
intimidating with that too, and it definitely, you experience the show in a unique way, but it's been a fun challenge to take on, and
Okay. Now, are you a singer otherwise? I mean, is singing something that you do so you can just kind of fit into this musical thing, or?
yeah, I would probably say I'm a singer predominantly before, coming to acting, other stuff, and so, singing in church growing up, or,
cool.
but, there's not a lot of opportunities to sing in the community other than in musical theater, but I love musical theater
Actually,
too.
there's
so.
people who would argue with you about that.
That is true. I got to be a part of the Columbia Chorale
Okay, the Apollo
last
Club.
spring, or
All right, okay.
So, but I like it all.
Okay, what's your musical genre favorite? Okay.
Oh, I
you
mean,
had your
to
choice.
sing like that I would sing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess probably would be musical theater, or
Show
like
tunes?
I know kind of maybe a deep cut, but like German art songs, like Lieder is what it's called. I think those are really pretty.
Oh, all right.
But
Okay.
it might be an acquired taste. But
So, do you think German love songs are pretty? So when you think that when I say "Ich liebe dich," that sounds kind of romantic.
to the right medley, yeah, our melody you could make it convincing.
Okay, all right, cool.
Just a little bit less spit.
All right. So how about you? Are you a singer by trade who gets into musical theater, or what's the,
Singing and musical theater went hand in hand for me, really. Yeah. Growing up, though, I was never in choir. I was always in band, so I played many musical instruments and
Really?
piano, and but then decided to step to the other side of sort of the bandstand and musical theater.
Okay, so what did you play in when you're like marching band or?
Like
school
marching band.
What'd you play?
Mhm. Yeah, I played the flute and the bells and other percussion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So are you enjoying this? You obviously are.
I am.
But tell me about it. Tell me about what this has been doing for your soul. And
This experience has been so great. As TJ said, Haley is amazing. As a first-time Apple Blossom director, I kind of can't believe that.
Yeah.
Although I know it's true. She's just so incredible, and she's been so great and so communicative with us as actors, and just kind of let us do our thing, but also step in where she's needs to. So it's been amazing, and like TJ said, again, the people that I haven't that I've sort of known from afar, getting to know them a little bit better, and it's been so great.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of, I've been with music theater since the early 80s, okay? Before these guys were born, for heaven's sakes. But there are a lot of new people in this show. When I looked at the cast list, I said, wow, I don't know 3/4 of these people. So are these people that are new to you too, or have you known them from other shows?
I would say the vast majority of them are new. There's a few that I knew from other shows, but to your point, there's some people that either last year was the first time they'd ever done musical theater before, or this year is the first time, and they're doing amazing. I think how brave is that? Like, I grew up doing it, but like, to just kind of jump into something as, for your first musical to be the Apple Blossom and something on this level and to do so well with it, props to them.
Oh, excuse me. Well, I'm sorry. There's something I've always loved about Music Theater Wenatchee. It's such a welcoming organization. I mean, when I started, I didn't know anyone, but a lot of people, some of them aren't with us anymore, which is very warm and opening and welcoming and that kind of thing. And it's just, and they give everybody a chance. I've never heard anybody walk away. I know there's been times where people haven't got the roles they wanted, but there's usually a place for just about everybody, on stage, backstage, or whatever. Okay, Street Talking Other Stuff. Okay, we're talking with TJ Grosh and we're talking with Laura Brown. They're both characters in the Music Theater of Wenatchee Apple Blossom show that's opening this Thursday. Catch me if you can, but we're going to talk with them when we come back. So, hey, take a quick break. Street Talking Other Stuff. We will be right back. So.
Celebrate Apple Blossom with the Stamilk Grand Parade Saturday, May 3rd at 11 a.m. on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington, Boswell's Home Furnishings, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Mary Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Watch the Stamilk Grand Parade Saturday, May 3rd on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
Celebrate this great country during Rockfest in Rock Island the last Saturday in June. Great music, great bands, great fun. It all happens at the Rock Island Golf Course. Mark your calendars and be prepared for family fun entertainment and live music until the fireworks start crackling. Contact info@rlstalent.com if you would like to help sponsor this event or bring your awesome food truck. Space is limited. Rockfest at the Rock Island Golf Course, June 28th.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Hey.
If it feels like everything you say to your teenager goes in one ear and out the other, you're not alone. But even when it seems like they aren't listening, they are, especially when it comes to a topic like drugs. Find time in everyday moments to share facts, teach refusal skills, and answer their questions about drugs, including opioids like fentanyl, because your words matter. Get the conversation started today.
Okay, Street Talking Other Stuff, we're back. Talking with Laura Brown and TJ Grosh. They are performers in the upcoming Music Theater Wenatchee Apple Blossom musical, Catch Me If You Can. So, the audition process, what's it like? What do you do when you audition for a show? And did you audition for these specific parts? Okay, come on, Laura, you go first.
Okay. Thank you.
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the auditions are you just show up after sort of filling out a form online, and then they have you do some dancing, especially for movement.
Right?
Yes, some movement, and the degree of difficulty will vary based on who's there, but some movement. some singing, sometimes in a group and sometimes by yourself, and then some line reading.
Now, do they ask you to come prepared to sing something? Do you perform, or do they say, hey, we're going to have you sing this particular song?
Usually there's some instructions about some music that you can get ahead of time.
Okay.
Yes.
And who's your choreographer?
Allison Cooper.
Oh, yeah. Allison
And Katie Perez, yeah.
Okay, Allison is choreographed for me. Great gal, good to work with.
Yeah.
And who's the musical director?
Domingo Gonzalez.
Well, no, Domingo. Yeah, very talented young man.
Leading the band back there.
Good, yeah.
We could not do this without him.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so did you try out for the part you got, or were you just say, hey, I'll take whatever you got for me type of thing?
Well, sort of both. So part of the auditions is you fill out this form of your interest, whether you're going for a specific character, or sort of what you'd like, what your preferences are, or if you'd just like to be considered for anything. And generally I say just like to be considered for anything, but I did specifically write Brenda down. The show is so much fun, though. I truly would have been happy with anything I got.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Good. Well, that's good to hear.
you'll see on Saturday.
Yes,
you have your
I will.
tickets.
Look, I do indeed. So.
Yeah, these dance numbers are just incredible.
Yeah.
People are going to be blown away.
All right,
Yeah.
good. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. TJ, how about you? You know,
For the show, similar to you, I never heard about the musical until it was kind of announced.
I was really surprised
yeah.
when I heard that it was a musical. So, okay.
The gentleman who plays my father in the show, it was in a musical All Is Come With Me in December, and so he kind of...
And who was that?
John...
Merritt.
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 I was going to say.
John, I know John.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He played the long-haired hippie in the recent, you know,
Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages. Yeah.
So John and I were in All's Come Together, and he was going to audition for it, and he kind of was telling me to kind of look into the music, and I heard the songs, and I thought they were just really cool and fun, and so I thought it'd be a cool opportunity to maybe get a chance to sing them. So
Now, had you either of you been able to see the script beforehand?
No.
So you tried out for it based on the music?
Yeah.
See, this is the exact opposite of what I would do.
Yeah.
You know, I want to look at the script. I want to, you know, that kind of thing. The heck with the songs. You know?
Yeah.
So you tried out for Frank specifically?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And then was surprised when we got to the first read-through in the script how many lines there were.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why you take a look at the script.
Yeah. Lesson learned.
Yeah. Okay, so how have things gone? Okay, how have the rehearsals gone? Any snags or anything like that? And you can tell me secrets because nobody's paying attention. You know, nobody's listening.
I mean, I think it's gone really smoothly. Again, a testament to Haley, not just because she can hear us. But I mean,
yes, Haley is sitting right. She's off stage. We'll have her on in a minute so you can see her. But you know.
But the rehearsal schedule was so well constructed. You knew exactly when you're going to get to things.
Excellent. Yes.
And so there's no surprises. We would always know a month or more in advance what we were going to be doing, so we knew what to prepare for rehearsal. And you know, especially as we've gotten closer to performance time, it has given us the ability to refine and do the little detail things that otherwise you're kind of maybe throwing together last minute. And I can say for me, it's given me a lot of confidence as a performer to know that we've had all that work put in place and there's not, you know, questions left unanswered. Now it can just be, you know, performing.
Yeah, it's truly invaluable because, as you heard us say, we are not professionals at this. We have day jobs. Right. So it's incredibly valuable to go in and to sort of know the plan.
Yeah, and I love it when a director is that organized. You know, you guys know John Mauser? John Mauser, he's directed a lot for music theater. He used to teach drama up at Cascade School up in Leavenworth. Love working with the man because, I mean, everything is organized. You know when you're going to be there. I mean, even sometimes down to the half an hour. And it's always irritated me when directors are flying by the seat of the pants or blocking things as you go rather than doing it in advance. So if you've got a director who is organized, that's respectful of your time and also just makes it easier to work. So we're praising Haley sitting over there for doing it. So. Okay, so what else has been interesting about doing this show? You know, anything else that's come up? You know, I mean, people are getting along, I take it. So.
Yeah.
All right. Your chemistry's been good, evidently, between the two of you. So.
I mean, I think what else has been interesting? The show has been just really fun to put together and practice. There's a lot of different genres of music, different dance styles that then kind of incorporate with those genres. A lot of comedy and fun stuff that some of it's obvious, kind of those funny parts, and other ones as you do the scene you realize, oh, maybe change this bit a little bit, and people were still making each other laugh and smile throughout rehearsal. And so it's kind of been a fun show in that regard that keeps kind of revealing different layers of itself, and excited for an audience to get to see that too.
And John Merritt plays your father.
Yes.
Okay, what's that relationship like? How does that work into the show? I mean, does he chew you out for being a con artist, or does he teach you how to do it?
Pretty much the latter. I think that Frank comes by it genetically, probably this con spirit, and has great admiration, idolizes his father, who John plays so well, who really is kind of this grifter and con himself, but having that as his idol, Frank kind of mimics him. And you also see Frank find these other characters either from TV or people that are more highly respected in society, and kind of see, well, I want to be that, and so he just figures how to mimic. It's just a good mimic.
Okay. All right, so we've talked about your two characters. We talked about John playing your dad. What other characters are in the show that people can look forward to seeing you? Off camera, we were talking about the possibility of seeing a lady of the evening. Is that correct? I mean, she's there. Who else? What other characters are people going to get to know?
So you're going to get to know the main FBI agent that ends up on Frank's trail. Phil played.
Doggone cops, no sense of humor.
Played wonderfully by Phil Lacey. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So who else? There's more than the four of you.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Phil is kind of joined by a trio of FBI agents, which are their own comedy troupe in and of themselves. And so that kind of is fun to watch for sure. Frank's mother has some really beautiful songs and performance with that too, and that's a strained relationship between mother and father.
Who plays Frank's mom?
Sherry
Hagobian.
Oh, I know Sherry real well.
I'm terrible with last names. Apparently, you're like spitting them out like.
Sherry and I were in a show called "It's Only a Play" a few years ago. Love that gal.
Yeah. She's been great in it.
Very talented, very capable.
Paul and Kelly Atwood are your parents, and that's also a very funny scene.
Yeah, Paul and Kelly Atwood.
Okay, so Kelly's on stage.
They both are. Yep, together.
Okay. All right.
But I feel like it's a really fun ensemble show too, because even though the ensemble parts have moments to shine as stewardesses or doctors or nurses, kind of rolls throughout that, kind of pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so 2-act? It's a 2-act, right?
Yep.
Okay, and it's 7:30.
Yep.
All right, and it's going to be at the Wenatchee Pack. Tell us again about when the show plays and where people can get tickets.
Can you do it this time?
So we're running May 1st, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and a matinee on Sunday for this week.
Right.
And then
the matinee's at 2 o'clock.
May 7th through 10th, which is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Okay, so no matinee the second weekend.
Correct, yeah,
Okay,
just one matinee.
And tickets can be found at
AmericaPack.org.
AmericaPack.org.
Exactly. Very easy to find. Very
Online
easy to
or
find.
in person in the box office.
Okay, all right. So you ready?
For the show?
Oh, yes.
So you guys haven't had any audience yet, have you?
No, we are fortunate enough to have an audience this Wednesday.
Okay, it's just kind of like friends and family night, that type of thing?
And the local drama clubs, yeah.
Ah, good.
So hopefully a very
that will be very helpful, and you know why, right? Why will it be so helpful to actually have people watching?
So we know when to pause for hopefully lots of applause and laughter.
Yes, yeah.
And you'll get laughter where you don't expect, and sometimes you don't get it when you do.
Right.
Okay, so that's really cool. Having an audience there really changes things, and I think you guys are ready for an audience.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, hey, Laura, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being here. TJ?
Thank you so much.
Good. Thanks for being here. Haley, come on up real quick so you can see the director, Haley.
Yeah.
So we just have, this is Haley Talman. She's cool, but hey, Street Talk and other stuff, I appreciate you being here. Go see this show. Support Music Theater Wenatchee. This is going to be a good show, so appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please be here next week. Reverend Tim Wilbur and I will be here. We will talking about the current theme in American Christianity that empathy is a sin. Okay, so Tim has agreed to come on the show to talk with me about that. He will be here next week. So appreciate you tuning in today. We will see you next week. Thank you again for being here. Haley, thanks for doing such a great job. But hey, Street Talk and other stuff. Thanks for being here. We will see you next week. You have a great day. Bye-bye.